It's been a blessing. I mean, I came up like everybody else thinking I'll come here 2 years, explore. My husband's family was up here, and then would go to the bigger market somewhere. And I just fell in love with this place.
And Alaska fell in love with her. Tonight we're saying farewell to our friend and chief anchor, Maria Downey.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for tuning in for Maria Downey's final newscast after 38 years here at the station. Now, Maria, we're going to try not to get emotional right now. We're going to save that for later.
I have a Kleenex.
But you have been a good friend and such a guide and a wonderful colleague for so many people for so many years. We're going to celebrate your career coming up, so stick with us through the 6:30 newscast. We're going to have lots of fun things planned, but first, here are today's top stories from across Alaska.
In all seriousness, Maria, you were always right there in my living room growing up as a kid in Anchorage. And then at some point you became a mentor to me as I grew up in this industry. And I genuinely hope you know how much of an impact you've had on my life and on the lives of so many people that have walked through those station doors. You were never just telling Alaska's story. You were very much a part of it the entire time.
Hi Mom, Tony and I here from sunny San Diego, as you can tell by the rain gear and the rain. We just wanted to say congratulations on your retirement. That is a very big accomplishment, being in the same industry, the same company for longer than I've been alive. We're very proud of you, and we look forward to spending more time with you in the near future. Right, Tony? Tony agrees. See you soon.
Hi everybody, Ernie Becker here, reporting at my house for Maria Downey. Tonight, I have my new logo to remember Maria Downey for many years in my life. So I'd like to thank her for being part of the Olympics with me and helping me with my Olympics years and being part of the Alaska's News family. So Maria Downey, thank you for all you do, and I love you and I miss you.
Shout out to Maria Downey. Congrats and enjoy your well-deserved retirement, as I hope to be a fraction as legendary as you one day.
Time now for a look at sports. Thanks for finishing my sentence.
Hey, Miss Maria, James Brown from WHIO TV in Dayton. Hope all is well. And congratulations on almost 40 years at Channel 2. You are the face of Channel 2. You're the backbone of Channel 2. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the support that you've given that newsroom over the better part of 4 decades. Also, the support that you've offered the city of Anchorage. But what really stuck out to me in our years together as we shared the desk is just how important those small communities were, 400 or 500 miles away. Nome, Unalakleet, and Envik, communities like that, you wanted to make sure they had a voice. And I always respected that, and I appreciated the fact that, you know, they were just as important as the city of Anchorage and all the people who live there. I want to wish you all the best in your next adventure, and it's great to hear you're staying in Anchorage because there are so many people that can take advantage of what you have to offer and your heart and the fact that you care about that community and you care about Alaska. All the best, my friend. We'll see you on down the road a bit.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
All right, coming up at 6:30, we're going to spend some time looking back at Maria Downey's career and checking in with the folks who will miss her the most.
Hey, Maria, I'm wondering what I'm going to do on Monday when I turn on the news and you're not there. You deserve a break, buddy. You did a great job all those years in the news business. You set some lofty standards for all of us to follow. Time now to enjoy your retirement, and we're going to miss you, but enjoy your time off.
So good to see Steve McDonald.
Oh
Isn't
my
that great?
gosh, all this reminiscing.
I know. Yes. All right, so stay with us on Channel 2. We're going to have this very special tribute to our friend and colleague, Maria Downey. So many decades here at the station, so many impactful stories you've done. So stay with us for this very special tribute to her friend as she does her final newscast before retirement. That's coming up in just a few moments at 6:30 on Channel 2.
Hope you stick around.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
All right, welcome back to a very special edition of your news at 6:30. We are saying goodbye and sending off into retirement one of our very favorite people, our chief anchor here at the station, and of course our close friend, Maria Downey. Maria, we have a whole newscast dedicated just to you. That's fun, right?
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm intrigued and just a little nervous. I literally don't know anything that's
All right,
coming
just
up.
roll with it. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so as the person who has the honor of sharing the anchor desk with you for the longest period of time here at Channel 2, we did the math. No offense to John Tracy and the others.
You're
but
17 years.
You and I have been together for a long time. It's very special for me and an honor for me to be co-hosting this very special tribute to you and to share some of these special moments. We do want to point out to you that we have done our very best at the station to not let Maria in on what's in store during this half hour, so hopefully she'll be surprised about some of the things we're about to do here. But first, we sat down with Maria to allow her to reflect on her 38 years at Channel 2.
Details just ahead on the Channel 2 News Hour.
After 38 years here at the station, I'm retiring. I met my husband in Fort Lauderdale, and his family was up here, so we thought, let's come up for a couple of years, experience Alaska, and then, like everybody else says, then we'll leave and go someplace else. And we realized it was special up here. We loved it, and we wanted to bring our children up here, and I'm so glad we did. I really feel blessed. I've been able to go to places most people can't go, talk to people normally you wouldn't get to. We did an adventure series of skydiving. I was in a fighter jet. It's tough at times. I mean, we've covered stories. I know I've personally covered stories where people I know have been killed. There was a plane crash where we knew 7 to 8 people, the Air National Guard crash years ago. We knew everybody except maybe 2 on that plane. It was tough. It was tough to do that newscast. But we got through it. We thought, we need to inform people, let them know, let their families and friends know also what happened.
Vietnam is a nation in accelerated transition.
In Vietnam, when we went back, not only was it powerful, but it was healing because these veterans went and met, quote, the enemy, who are now dealing with the same PTSD issues, the same health issues. And they basically said to each other, we were the same young men you were on different sides, and we're here to heal and forgive. One of the biggest memories I have is of actually going into labor on the air. John Tracy at the time was actually timing my contractions in between breaks and in between stories. And it got down to about 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes apart. And at the end, I actually said, Ron, pack the bags, it's time.
It started on the newscast on Friday. I thought it was false labor until the end of the newscast when I could no longer read the stories. And he was born about 4 hours later.
It's a daily commitment at Channel 2 News.
It is a challenging career. You really have to have a passion for it because it is not just a 9-to-5 job, clearly. Well, good evening, everyone. We've been covering the aftermath of that major earthquake all day. It happened around 8:30 this morning with multiple aftershocks throughout the day. There are times we've worked 2-3 days in a row here at the station during emergencies and haven't gone home to our own families. The station's been great about me taking time off for special school events, but there are things I've missed. They've been understanding. My husband's helped pick up those pieces. And it really takes a whole family to go through this career. It doesn't always work for people, and I'm really blessed that it worked for me and my family.
But there are a lot of other things you can do.
It's been overwhelming. People have been so wonderful. Their posts have been amazing and kind, and just it just reinforces that the station here, from Channel 2 to Alaska's news source, that we're part of the family. We're in the living room every night, and it really, don't want to get emotional here, but it really brings home that they're family.
Maria, you've covered so many stories, and the one thing that has impressed us so much is your sense of empathy for the people you interviewed and the stories you told about them. And I think it's very clear in that short piece how wonderful and what a wonderful aspect of your personality that truly is.
Well, and they're part of our community, and I'm not exaggerating when I say part of the family. We get to know people one-on-one, the best times of their life and the worst times of their life.
That's
and
very
they're willing
true.
to share their stories.
Okay. When people heard you're retiring, so many wanted to reach out and wish you Godspeed and goodbye. Yep.
Well, Maria, congratulations to you on the news of your retirement. But before you go off air, I have just one special request. Give me just one opportunity to interview you, to kind of turn the tables here. We'd put it at the top of the news hour because I tell you, it would be a great story. A great story about your almost 40 years providing Alaskans with steady, reliable news, how you've earned respect from not only across the Anchorage community by getting out, but really connecting with Alaskans all over and sharing their stories. KTUU, all Alaskans, and certainly I am going to miss seeing you on Channel 2 each evening. So know that we wish you all the best. Take care and be well.
Temperature-wise, still cold in North Slope, -5 today at the Barrel. Lower 48, the weather has changed to winter on the East Coast.
I'm one of the few people that probably still remember the day that you were recruited by John Larson to come over and work in the basement of the old 4th Avenue Theater for KTUU TV back in the early 1980s. The one thing that has always impressed me about you is that you're always so positive. No matter how tough the story was, how bad things may have been, you were always positive, you were uplifting. You have what they call the it factor, in which you truly connect with your audience. And that is what has made you so amazing for the past 40 years on TV. You deserve this retirement. I wish you well, and congratulations.
And that is all very true. And when we come back, we're going to celebrate Maria, a professional to the very end.
And now, a Channel 2 News update.
I'm Maria Downey. Sorry. Sorry. Uh-oh. Shopping. Megan Waller. I guess she's 15% off. That's all the news for now. Tim will be back at 10 from Hans. Have a good night.
Oh, the snort.
#1 news team with John Tracy, Maria Downey, John Carpenter with sports, and Jackie Purcell with the weather. This is the Channel 2 News Hour.
Oh my goodness,
Wow.
It's like deja vu all over again, and this can only mean trouble with these two. I don't know.
Well, for those of you who might not recognize us, I'm John Tracy, retired.
I'm Maria Downey, soon to be retired.
I'm John Carpenter, retired from TV, or retired by TV.
And I'm Jackie Purcell, still here, still carrying
And
the
I'm
torch.
amazing.
Yeah.
You look at that open,
Yeah.
and 3 out of the 4 of us still look the same. John, are you okay? I'm worried. I'm concerned.
Oh, I don't live in the sun like you do.
Well, this was the team that for the very first news hour way back in 1992. And Maria and I go back even further than that. You and I met in the summer of 1985. I came up from Seattle.
I
you
remember
came
that.
across from the #1 station, Chemo TV.
That's true.
And I was set on the weekend with a skinny guy by the name of John Carpenter at the time. You ascended to the main anchor chair, and within the very first ratings book, Channel 2 became #1.
I won't take total credit for that. There were
Well,
a lot of good things happening over
It was,
here.
it was the Maria Downey effect, and you anchored with John Larson, who hired actually all of us.
So wonderful.
Yeah, and so for 23 years, the 23 years we spent working together were the most fulfilling, productive, and frankly happiest of my professional career. When we started, we had just 12 people in the newsroom. We were in the basement of the 4th Avenue Theater, where we are trying to figure out what we were doing. We had election coverage, and it's just fun looking at all of these things. We did thousands of newscasts together, telethons, debates. We had a shoestring budget. We had more parking tickets than we were paid
my
for in
gosh,
the basement of
all
the
the
4th Avenue
time.
Theater. And then come March of 1989, you'll recall everything changed.
Good evening. The unthinkable has happened in the pristine waters of Prince William Sound.
That's
It
right.
sits
The
stranded
Exxon
like a
Valdez
giant
ran aground
wounded
in Prince
animal
William
all
Sound. We
through
won
the
our
morning,
first
bleeding
Murrow
its
for our
cargo
coverage,
of
which
North Slope
ignited the
crude at a
decade
rate
of growth.
12,000 barrels
What
an
viewers probably don't know is how much you were as responsible for our growth behind the scenes as you were for our ratings. You and I, we worked as a team under the leadership of our legendary general manager, Al Bramstead.
Yes, wonderful.
You were involved in absolutely every decision that we made, and you were in truth the conscience of our newsroom. Mama Maria, if anyone had any issues, chances they would run them by you. and you always had my back, and I'm so grateful. You know, we didn't always agree. For example, I don't know how many times you wanted me to let Carpenter go, but I said no. But you were definitely the not-so-secret to our success at Channel 2. And by my estimation, you've done more than 10,000 newscasts over the last 40 years. And I know you've had several co-anchors, but during my career, I've had only one. And it was you. And I feel lucky for that. Congratulations on a wonderful career.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what's next?
Right now I'm just going to take it easy and enjoy my community and my family and do some traveling.
Yeah.
And I think there's something else.
There's something else. Oh, Maria, and just yesterday, Senator Dan Sullivan enshrined your name in the Senate record. You can watch the whole statement on alaskasnewssource.com, but we wanted to share with you some of the highlights.
So Maria, thank you for your exceptional service to Alaska, for being that woman behind the news all these many years. Thank you for keeping our communities connected, people informed about what's going on in Alaska, in America, and in our communities. And congratulations on maybe one of the biggest awards you have ever received up until this moment, being our Alaskan of the Week. Great job, Maria. Have a great retirement.
Oh, that was
Alaskan
so
of the week.
touching.
Alaskan of the decade.
Think it should be the year, the decade?
I think so, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, congratulations,
It's been
dear.
a pleasure.
I'm going to be seeing you.
And you'll be
next
back
year,
here in
so
a little bit, I think.
Who knows?
I don't know. I have no idea.
There's a young
John, it's
man
great.
in here who
Great to see
replaced
you,
me.
John.
Better looking, better anchor.
Not by a long shot. Not by a long shot.
Swap out the anchors. And when we come back, Jackie Purcell will be in. And I'm assuming, should we talk about the weather?
Nope, not at all. This is all Maria all the
no.
time. So stay with us. We're going to see how Maria has been a good sport all through the years.
Found Hunter and ow! That hurt. Did you get that on tape? From tummy tucks to liposuction facelifts.
We're all pitching in to get Maria a little something for her birthday.
Institution here in Alaska. Alaska has benefited so much from your service over the years. And I say service, yes, you're a reporter, but you've really done a fantastic job. You've touched the hearts of almost every Alaskan over the years, over the decades that you've been doing what you do, and you do it well. The only caution I would have is that, you know, when you retire, sometimes you do other things. Look what happened to me. So be careful. And hopefully you're going to stay in this great state of Alaska. Because once again, you are an institution. You are a gift to Alaska. And what you've done for Alaskans over the decades, we are very grateful.
Was he hinting
Thank
Maria
you so
for
much,
Maria for governor? Is that
You
what he
never know.
meant?
Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Governor. That was very sweet.
Welcome back. At this point, we'd usually be talking about the weather.
Yeah, but I'm going to take that time. Well, Mike has been the longest running co-anchor. I'm pretty sure that we're the longest running co-anchor meteorologist
We
team.
are.
Yeah, so sometimes you do meet a person and you just feel an aura about them. Well, Maria, she has an aura. Yeah, she is a prime example of caring and compassionate as well as accurate reporting of the facts. She has a great instinct for the truth and in reverse can tell if something stinks. She's often referred to here in the newsroom as Mother Maria because if you have a problem, you can go to her and she will listen. I value her as a coworker tremendously, but I value her even more as a dear friend who has stood with me, supported me through the good, the bad, and the terribly sad. When someone is there for you like that, that is special. And I want to say, Maria, you are special. I love you. It won't be the same newsroom without your aura. And I'm going to just bring up a couple of things, too, that I truly remember. The bravery that you have shown in some of your reporting, because I remember one time as an investigative reporter, you were sent to the valley to go knock on somebody's door. and it was a long driveway. The photographer stood at the foot of the driveway and said, well, you go up there, I'm staying here, because he was a little afraid. But Maria just plowed right in there, and that is the kind of reporting that so many people respect. I do. I know everyone in the state is going to miss you.
Thank you so much.
Love you, Maria.
We have, a hug. Yeah, I have to. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Thank you.
Organizers say the skills campers learn at camp really do translate to daily life.
And perfect weather.
Very
Very
nice.
lucky.
Always better to learn when you're having fun.
That's right.
Enjoying it.
Thanks, Troy.
Hi, Maria. It's Joy. You welcomed me to the newsroom and to Alaska more than 20 years ago, and you've been an amazing mentor and friend ever since. Congratulations on retirement and on the next chapter.
Over the last nearly 40 years in broadcast journalism, in my opinion, you are an Alaskan icon. Having watched you on TV delivering news since 1986, I really have appreciated your insights that you've shared, your excitement for news of the day. You made learning about current affairs and news of the day interesting and fun and relatable. And, you know, just thinking back on the myriad things that you have shared about Alaska with Alaskans is just really awe-inspiring. All of the Iditarods, the for rendezvous, floods, volcanoes, politics, elections, and everything in between. I just can't thank you enough for all that you've done for Alaska to bring us closer together, and your legacy will live on.
Thank you so much. That was so sweet. And to see Jay Samore, the late Jay Samore, our best buddy in there, was just so touching also.
Okay, welcome back as we celebrate the last newscast for our chief anchor, Maria Downey. Maria, we've been bringing back some of the old folks, the old timers, the classic Channel 2 folks you've been working with. We notice you're happy to see most of them, but you have a little twitch when John Carpenter starts to talk.
You never know what's going to happen, but it makes it much more interesting, for sure.
It's almost like I have a reputation or something.
Yes, you do.
It's one of those things. I know everybody's talking about you being a mentor and everything, and I can remember you had a restraining order on me for a while. So.
Actually, I have on some, but not you.
Well, we've had a lot of fun over the years. And you and I were able to play quite well, which is something I always remember and always appreciate. So a lot of the good stuff never made it on the air, but some of the stuff they found.
Oh, no. Oh. Clark, get the net, hurry! I almost said a bad word in between there.
You, Maria.
I think you should have the... This is a bad dream.
I knew he was coming up next.
Oh, you are crying.
Yeah.
You're crying over that Floby haircut, aren't you?
I'm going to apologize now or later.
I'm sure I'll be apologizing for weeks to come.
Too many people, yes.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about most of that. That's hysterical. I can't believe they found all that.
Oh yeah, I remember that time in the Syntax studio, and it was a 30-second spot that we spent half a day shooting. Because we were screwing around so much. So.
Oh boy.
But I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're retiring. 67 is a great age to retire.
He did that all along. It's happy birthday, and he'd make me older so I'd actually admit my real age. But
That's right. You're not 67. You're what? 60...
Something.
Yeah. I tried. I had to try, Maria. I love you. It's so good to see you.
Love you too. It's been wonderful. And I think there's something here that I'm hearing the producer saying they want you to read something.
Oh, you want me to read something? And what I love best about you is you went along with a smile and laugh over everything we were doing.
There is no conspiracy.
No conspiracy? Then can we do a lighter side?
No. No lighter side. Phew. That was close.
Oh, he almost caught me.
I forgot about that one.
Oh, Carp, I'm going to get you. I don't care if it takes all year. That's a promise. He makes me so mad.
Just another day at the
I
office.
actually forgot about a lot of these. That is so fun. We did have a good time,
We did
didn't
play
we?
around quite a bit. That's what I like. this group that we had, we were able to play around and do our job.
Yes.
So.
First of all, do the news and do our job. And in the background, we needed some release.
We did play. So.
Oh, so fun.
God bless you. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you again.
I know. And you're going to stick around a little bit, right?
I'll be here for a little bit until security escorts me.
Well, they're on their way, I hear. So, okay.
I wanted to say a special thank you on behalf of all the Alaska kids that you inspired to go into journalism. We grew up watching you. We wanted to be like you. And a few of us were lucky enough to get to work with you. I remember the first time we shared the anchor desk. It was a real pinch me moment. So thank you again. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy everything that retirement has in store for you. We are all better because of you.
Congratulations, Maria, on your well-deserved retirement. Aww. You certainly are one of the best, and Alaska won't be quite the same without you delivering the news.
Congratulations on retirement, Mom. We're all so proud of you, and you've definitely earned it after 38 years serving Alaska. And I gotta say, I'm pretty lucky to have learned journalism from one of the best. Love you, and congrats.
Oh, they make my heart just touches my heart.
Maria, my friend, they asked me to be the voice of the station for this part of the goodbye to you. But I had a hard time knowing where to begin. And we have all watched your work through the years, through the decades, the countless stories you've covered about consumer warnings, about political controversy, about the tragedy and triumphs that Alaskans have experienced that you shared with our entire state. Your news reporting has helped to chronicle Alaska's history for almost half a century. But the biggest thank you I can give to you tonight is about the compassion and caring that you brought to every news report you did, every decision that we made here in the newsroom, a discussion, every charitable cause, a nonprofit that you helped with your free time after hours. And every time you helped a coworker get through a tough personal struggle, me included. Now, since you announced your retirement, we've been asked over and over again, who's going to replace Maria? The answer is very simple. No one ever could. Now, eventually there might be somebody who is assigned to co-anchor the newscast where you stand today, but no one could ever replace you. So I'm very honored to represent your coworkers, past and present, at this moment, to tell you thank you, and to tell you, job well done, my friend, and congratulations. And we're so happy for you that you're beginning this phase of your life in retirement. Maria Downey, you are a person who has made a difference, and we all love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you, Mike. We said we were going to look at each other when we were talking because then we start crying. Well.
The stage is yours, Maria.
Yeah. This moment is bittersweet. I want to thank my amazing coworkers, past and present, who have really, where am I? Here I end my last newscast, not moving to my camera, who have really been like family to me. And some truly have been the best in the business, the highest caliber of expertise. From those seen on camera to the many more working behind the scenes. And this type of career would not be possible without a very understanding and supporting family. It's not easy. Juggling demands, around-the-clock news coverage, and a successful home life. It takes a spouse like Ron, who really gets it and pitches in to make it work, and children like Erin and Michael, who understand that mom's job is a bit different, with dinner time a bit later than most families. And maybe that birthday during the week can be celebrated on the weekend. I want to thank them all. I've been truly blessed. And I want to thank you, all of our loyal viewers, for allowing me into your living room and your lives throughout the years. I do not take it for granted and consider it a true privilege. I know as part of my responsibility, I didn't always bring you the most uplifting news, but I always tried to focus on the positive and the stories that focused on the kindness of others and our beautiful, rich Alaskan cultures. And what I've learned throughout the years is that the positive definitely outweighs the negative. Please remember that. There are so many more good people out there. Those who jump into gear when the bad happens to others, and many more positive forces. Please continue to keep that in mind when you feel down about our world situation. You can make a difference and focus on being part of the solution instead of part of the problem. I know Alaskans are already a fine example of that. Thank you again for your overwhelmingly kind messages. And for one last time, thank you for joining us. And from all of us here at Alaska's News Source, all news can happen, past and present. Have a great night and many more ahead. Thank you. Oh.
Maria, we have a lot of people here.
Oh my
We're gonna wish you
gosh.
well. Coming in the studio. Come on, everybody. Come on.
Come on over. I was trying to get through it, and then yeah, sweetie. Oh. I know. Oh my gosh. Thank you. David Zaleski came up. Oh my God, Jonathan. Oh, thank you. David. It's so long. How are you? Oh, so good to see you. All my past co-anchors here. Thank you, Joy. How are you, sweetie?
All right, let's hear for Maria
Bye,
Downey.
Alaska. Bye, family.